What's going on, everybody? This is Brian from SneakerFiles.com, recapping the news, and like always, we got a bunch of stuff to talk about. And before I go over the highlights on what's in this video, greatly appreciate a thumbs up. It definitely helps these videos get seen more because for some odd reason, a lot of people are still not being alerted when I upload a new video. And of course, if you're not subscribed yet, make sure to hit the red button below. Now, as for the highlights, we have a new release date for the Air Jordan 1 Satin Black Toe. We have a look at a sample, which appears to be the Air Jordan 12 University Blue that was expected to release in October 2018. We also have a first and detailed look at the Air Jordan 4 Mushroom. We got a lot more from Jordan Brand, a few things from Nike, and one thing from Adidas. And now, without wasting too much more of your time, let's jump into the news. Starting this video off with Adidas, and we have another look at the Adidas Yeezy Boost 350 V2, known as Cloud White. Yes, the shoes kind of have this white hue to it, but from these images, it looks more blue to me. And that, of course, pretty much covers the entire shoes, which includes the prime knit upper. In addition, we have the stripe that runs from the toe, wrapping the heel, and then stops on the medial side. Other details includes a boost midsole and a milky translucent outsole. So pretty much your standard 350 V2, except we have a little bit of a color change going on. Now, it isn't known as of yet if there's going to be a reflective version of the shoe, but following in the footsteps of the most recent releases, I would assume there will be. Now, as for the release information, this pair drops on September 22nd, and retail price will be $220. In this video, there's going to be a handful of sneakers that recently had a release date change. And to start it off, we're going to talk about the Parra Nike SB Blazer Low and the Nike SB Dunk Low collaborations. Now, I do apologize if I mispronounced that. And going over the two really quick before I give you the details, the two feature a similar theme. We have white across the upper. On the sides, we have the swoosh logo. There's three of them, and they overlay each other in different colors, featuring pink, red, and blue. The same colors are seen on the liner and the tongue tag, which also features Parra branding. Now, the only small detail that is different is on the SB Dunk Low, and that features a small mini swoosh in blue by the toe. Now, both pairs will release on July 27th at Nike Sneakers. Retail price for the SB Blazer Low is $85, while the SB Dunk Low will cost you $100. More than likely, both of these will sell out on Nike Sneakers, and since there's a lot of hype lately on SB Dunks, I'm going to assume that the Dunks are going to go a lot faster than the Blazer Low. Recently, we've learned about another collaboration with Travis Scott. This time, it's going to be on the Nike Air Max 270 React. Now, the image on the screen, that's a Photoshop. This is not the actual release. We don't have images of that shoe yet. And honestly, it's just a photo that I blacked out because I'm not good enough at Photoshop yet to basically change out colors to whatever I want. But if you know how to swap out colors really easily on shoes and you're good at it, reach out to me on Instagram, send me a message at SneakerFiles so we can talk more. I have some ideas I want to do, and obviously for upcoming leaks, I want to have somebody that can easily put together a Photoshop. Getting back to the shoes, this pair will feature a light cream, starfish, and dark hazel color combination. Now, starfish is orange that's used on the shattered backboard line. And as far as other details go, we don't have a set release date, but they're going to drop during spring 2020. That pretty much means we could see a release take place as early as January or as late as March. And the adult sizes will retail at $190, and they're also releasing in toddler and preschool sizing. Preschool will cost $130, while the toddler sizes will cost $90. On to Jordan Brand, and this is going to be our last look at the Air Jordan 3 Tinker in Black Cement. Now, I know some YouTubers have already done reviews on the shoe, but if you didn't know or they didn't include it, we have a release date here. And on a side note, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do a review on the shoe. It's pretty much hit or miss lately as far as reviews go. But getting back to the shoes, although they're nicknamed Black Cement, as most of you know, they look nothing like the OG Air Jordan 3 Black Cement. As well, they do have a bit of metallic gold used. And just as a reminder, they drop on July 27th, which is this Saturday, I believe. and retail price will be $200. Now, I personally think these are going to sit. It's not a bad shoe, but there's just too much stuff releasing, and for the Air Jordan 3 Tinker, there's not a ton of hype for the line. Certain releases, yes, but the Air Max 1 we saw, I mean, it's still sitting. Next up, we're going to talk about is the Travis Scott Air Jordan 1 Low. Now, most of you know there was a shock drop that took place on Thursday or Friday, I believe. I'm not entirely sure, on Travis Scott's website. But then on Saturday, we saw the shoes release on Nike sneakers. Now, it was via the draw. However, I tried and I failed. I'm sure a lot of people did as well, and congratulations for those that hit. In one of my previous videos, it was actually recent, I talked about a rumored release date for the Travis Scott Air Jordan 1 Low, and that was August 31st. Now, the date obviously was rumored or is rumored. However, they are expected to still release at retailers. So before you go out and buy them at a ridiculous price, I think they're like $700, hold off on that. I'm hearing from multiple sources that this shoe is still going to hit retailers. Now, is it going to be an easy cop at these retailers? No, it's still not going to be easy, but it does serve as another chance for you to purchase. Now, this isn't 100% confirmed. I've heard from quite a few people though, but as soon as I get confirmation, that will go into the next video. When this shoe first leaked, as far as the images go, the nickname for this pair was Tor Yellow. However, we have additional information which I'm going to read to you, but this is the Air Jordan 1 High OG Defiant, and they're also going to release this week. So when you look at the shoes, obviously there's a lot going on, and I personally was wondering, what the whole theme of this is, because you don't just release a shoe like this and don't explain. So this is from Nike Sneakers. From the court to the streets, the influence of the Air Jordan 1 is unmatched. The silhouette quickly transcended its purpose, and Defiant celebrates the music community who adopted it as its own alternative rock. For a DIY aesthetic, the red swoosh treatment takes inspiration from leather jackets, stitching details in removable patches. Black leather on the upper and a contrasting yellow swoosh salutes to 80s album colors and streetwear that defined alternative rock at the time. I mean, I guess I could see that. It's pretty cool. I personally won't be picking these up, but for those that do want to grab them, they drop on July 27th and retail price is $175. The other day, Soul Heat on Feet unveiled that the Air Jordan 5 Fire Red would also release in 2020 in golf form. So this image is a Photoshop. I did it myself. I'm not too proud of it, but it shows as somewhat of an example of what this shoe could look like. And for those that are wondering, yes, the Air Jordan 5 OG Fire Red with the silver tongue is returning. It's not going to be a golf shoe. Well, there's going to be a golf shoe, and then there's going to be the regular OG release. Now, we haven't seen an image of the golf edition, nor do we know if it's going to be the black tongue or the silver tongue, but the color description is white, black, metallic silver, and fire red. Also, there's going to be a lot of Air Jordan 5 golf shoes in low top form dropping during 2020. But for the Fire Red edition, they are expected to release on February 15th, and retail price will be $200. We also have a detailed look at the Air Jordan 1 High OG Fearless, not to be mistaken with the UNC to Chicago pair. This is the men's version right here. And as you can see, we have patent leather throughout. UNC wraps the heel, part of the eye stays, and then the other part of the eye stays and the toe is done in red. So the whole inspiration kind of behind this is the Air Jordan 1 that released in patent leather, the UNC colorway, and the Chicago colorway in the early 2000s. Well, a lot of people are stating that, but the whole Fearless theme, this is a tribute to Michael Jordan's Hall of Fame induction speech that took place back in 2009. This year would be the 10th anniversary. And tying the theme all together, we have his speech written on the insole, well, a section of it, and it reads, "Limits like fear are often just an illusion." Fear is written in bold text throughout. So we don't have a set release date for the shoe as of yet, but they are expected to drop during holiday 2019. Retail price will be $160. Now, for those that don't know, there's a UNC to Chicago pair that will be leather. It'll feature a black base, and it's a women's release that will drop during February 2020. I believe February 15th, if I'm not mistaken. We got a few more Air Jordans to talk about, but basically, just to give you a rundown, I get a list of all the shoes that I'm going to talk about in these news videos, and right now it is just about 5:30 a.m. in the morning, and then some new news popped up, so I'm going to add it in. And we have our first look at the Air Jordan 4 being called Mushroom. Now, from these images, it obviously looks like it's a wheat shoe, and also it does look like a premium release. Now, it's kind of hard to tell, but it looks like a leather is used throughout. It could be nubuck, I'm not entirely sure. And then we have black detailing, hits of cell throughout, and then white across most of the midsole. Now, at the time of shooting this, the release date is set for September 19th. That date could change, and retail price is $190. Now, one last thing, this is a women's exclusive release. I don't know about the size range as of yet, but these should be available in extended sizes. Alright, so last year there was some information on an Air Jordan 12 that was expected to release in October. That shoe featured a university blue, metallic gold, and black color combination. Now, October 2018 has obviously passed, and the shoe never released. Now, recently, Complex Con went down, and Frank Cooker was spotted at the event with an unreleased Air Jordan 12, which resembles the university blue pair that was supposed to release. As you can see, the shoe is very, very simple. It appears that we have a little bit of black detailing on the heel, blue running throughout, and then we have metallic gold on the top two eyelets, as well as the overlay on the side that reads Jumpman. Now, Frank Cooker used to work at Jordan Brand, but I believe he now works with Shoe Palace. So this probably was a shoe he worked on of some sort or had a hand in it. And currently, it isn't known if the shoe is still going to release. So far, it appears that it's been scrapped. I think that sucks because I definitely would pick the shoe up if they dropped. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below if you think Jordan Brand should release this shoe or keep it as it is in the vault. Also, if additional information does become available, that will go into the next news video. I believe it was the last news video, I talked about 3 shoes that were releasing on August 31st. It was the Obsidian Air Jordan 1 High, the Air Jordan 1 Satin Black Toe, and the Travis Scott Air Jordan 1 Low. So the Travis Scott Air Jordan 1 Low, that did drop early on Nike sneakers as well as Travis Scott's website, but if you heard earlier in the video, they are still rumored to release at retailers, so as of now, the date still looks on. However, it could be pushed forward since the early drop. However, what I said is that's too many releases on one day, so something's got to give. And the Obsidian recently had a release date change to August 31st. Now, the Air Jordan 1 Satin Black Toe has a release date change, and the date actually got pushed forward. So this pair will release on August 17th. Retail price is $160. Now, although this is a women's release, you can expect the bigger sizes to go pretty fast. And a lot of people are hyped for the shoe. I know a lot of people are definitely going to go after them. And then there's going to be a lot of people, probably like myself, that miss out. But let me know if you plan on picking the shoe up when it drops on August 17th. And that recaps the news. Like always, we post it first on SneakerFiles.com, and then we take it to YouTube. Like always, appreciate you guys watching this video. And coming up this week, I'm more than likely going to do a review of the cool gray Air Jordan 4. I know everybody has done a review. It's pretty much flooded on YouTube, but I kind of figured that some content, and good content at least, is better than no content, because like I mentioned before, it's really hard to do these sneaker news videos 5 days a week just because there's not enough news. Also, I found out about another Air Jordan 1 model that is going to release in 2020. So I'm going to put together a Photoshop and I'm going to leak that to you guys. So that will be coming this week, as well as another Air Jordan 1 dropping in 2020. That will be a high OG. It's not an OG colorway, but I have a feeling some people will like it. Now, before I get out of here, greatly appreciate a thumbs up if you haven't done so already. And if you're not subscribed yet, make sure to hit the red button below. Like always, thanks for watching. Stay tuned to SneakerFiles.com. And if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe.